VMware up and running. You gotta show me that you got DNS3 up and running with your router. And then number 3, you gotta show me that you pulled in your VMware image into DNS3 and you got Kali Linux up and running. And then the last one, you gotta update Kali Linux. Hey, there we go. All right, so let's go back to VMware Workstation. So, to bring in, actually let's go to the folder where the Kali Linux box is. So, when we extracted it, it extracted this Kali Linux image here. Alright, so now I'm done with that, I'm just going to delete it. Because trust me, I need this space. Alright, so to bring Kali Linux into VMware, because we copied it from Offensive Security as an entire image. File, open, go to your virtual machines directory, find that Kali Linux folder, go into it and find the VMX file. Once you select the VMX file, click open, bada bing, bada bang, and it imports. Okay? Now, for the purposes of this first homework, you want to keep the VM on the NAT network. It's already set up that way. That's fine. Alright? That's perfectly fine. Alright? It is set up for 80 gigs of disk drive space. That is set up dynamically. It's not taking up 80 gigs of your hard drive space, okay? It's taking up a couple. Now, it can expand up to 80 gigs, right, dynamically, if you need it to. So be careful. If you're like me, you're running on a laptop and you only got like 120 gigs on your laptop, keep a close eye on how much that file is so it doesn't blow up and suck up all of the space on your hard disk. It defaults to 4 processors. That is overkill for what I want to use. Way overkill. I have a Core i5. That takes up all of my processing power. And if I'm going to be running additional VMs in GNS3, alright, if I don't want to take like 2 days to do homework and labs, I got to change that. Everybody with me? Everybody understand? This is like computing 101. Hopefully you've had this already. So I'm going to right click on processors, and the settings is going to pop up. And I'm going to go to number of processors 1, number of cores 2. That should be just fine. 2 gigs of memory is good. The more memory you can give it, great. Alright? If you can only give it 1 gig, you should be okay. It might just take you a little longer to do some things. Alright? Try not to go under 1 gig. Alright? I have 8 gigs on my laptop. It works fine with 2. It gives me 6 gigs to do with other VMs and my host operating system, etc. Okay, so that should be fine. The hard disk is going to default. Don't change it. Processors, it depends on what you're running it on. It'll run fine with 1 with 2 cores. Memory, the more, the merrier. Don't oversubscribe it though. So once that's all done, alright, go ahead and turn it on, power it on. You're going to get this. Oh God, it's broken, right? No. Virtual machine might have been moved or copied. In order to configure certain management and networking features, VMware Workstation needs to know if this virtual machine was moved or copied. You copied it. You did not move it. Copied it. Let it boot. Click inside it, hit enter, let it boot. Your default username will be root. Your default password for that user will be Tor, T-O-O-R. Root Tor. Okay, you can change that later. You can change your password later if you want. You don't have to. I'm not going to check on it. It is. incorporated, or we've booted up our VMware system. So let's now bring in our VMware VM. So go over to VMware, VM. You notice that these, that's not Kali, so we're going to click New. You should have like nothing there. When you click New, it's going to bring up your template editor. Your VM, your VMware VM should be there. That's fine. Do not click this checkbox. Please do not click that checkbox. Alright? Don't hit the red button, please. And click Finish. Alright, and then you will see it there. So now when you're all done, you've gotten your iOS router in, you've gotten your VM in, click OK. Alright, now we need to make a project. Alright? New blank project. Initials, CIS, 471, homework 1. Or something similar. Okay. Now, from here, hey, you hit the first icon is a router, the second icon is switches, third icon's in devices like a VM. Your router, hey, there's your 7200. Click, drag, drop. Done. Okay, switches, you can just get a simple Ethernet switch. Click, drag, drop. Done. And on your end devices, you scroll down, there's your Kali Linux box, drag, drop. Okay? Everybody with me so far? I hope so. Now, from this standpoint, you really don't need to do anything else with GNS3. Going back to the homework. Okay? Let's go through this real quick. We downloaded Workstation, we installed it. Great. We downloaded the iOS that we needed for GNS3. Great. We downloaded GNS3 and installed it. Great. Alright. We ensure that we did it as a standalone server and not a VM. That it supports legacy iOS. We installed our iOS in a GNS3, imported it. Alright. We imported Kali Linux into Workstation, VMware Workstation, and then we created just a simple topology in GNS3 with that VM. We didn't have to connect anything. Alright, at this point in time, I don't care. So we have one last thing to do. One last thing to do. I covered all the other simple stuff down here for the VM, etc. Alright, so here at the end of your homework, or on your labs as well, on the second page, alright, proof of completion, screenshots, something, right? Number 1, VMware install. Bring up VMware. That's fine. Snipping tool. Under accessories. So you run in VMware, copy. Paste. Number 2. Alright. Number 2 is, these are not working today. GNS3 screenshot at least one device in the topology area. Alright, I have 3. So there's GNS3. Snipping tool new. Edit, copy. Paste. Three. Running Kali Linux screenshot. Well, we kind of had that one already, didn't we? That's alright. You can kind of duplicate it if you want to. If you just did VMware Workstation with this screen, that would suffice too. Kind of went overkill. So, that's fine. Oops. Alright. Show me something with the date on it. At least in one of the screenshots. That'll work. And last but not least, the last thing that you have to do is you need to update Kali. So go back to Kali, open up a command terminal. You want to make sure that Kali Linux is on the network and get to the internet. Alright? Here's the easiest way to do that. Type in ifconfig and see what